Welcome to part two. If you have not yet watched part one, make sure to also watch part one because it sets up the stage for what we're about to talk about. Since I spent a little bit of time talking to myself, I'm going to give you the summary of what I talked about here. We're analyzing a deal in Fort Worth, Texas, and very, very interesting sort of first part of the inspection. But what comes out of the inspection a little bit later is a little bit more nerve-wracking to me. And this is one of the reasons why we should always get a home inspection, because remember, our home inspection is going to be our first line of defense. The home inspection is, to us, what is establishing all of our red flags that we want to inspect further in detail. So let's go ahead and grab this home inspection here and just kind of sort of continue down the line where we were. The fascinating thing that really blows my mind is coming up right here. So I'm going to scroll up again a little bit. We talked also about drains. I showed you a little bit about this example regarding drains. Make sure to watch that and understand that for 1950s properties. We left off just where we were talking about this electrical wiring and the attic insulation. So let's see here. We left off saying, hey, there's missing insulation in the attic. That's easy. We can blow that in. Down here, it appears we have a house that has that is an ungrounded system, which we talk about the GFCI trick in this channel, where you can install the GFCIs according to National Electric Code 406 or Section 406. So check that out. But it definitely looks like the panel looks like it's a house that does not have system-wide grounding throughout the house. We talk about the pros and cons of that in the course. Then we can see that here as well with the open ground. Now, this is where I actually got a little bit more nervous right here. See this detached apartment. No heating or cooling equipment has been installed in the detached apartment. What is the first thing you should be thinking of when you see that? Think for a moment. Okay. So let me make sure everything's set. Yeah, we're still good. Okay. And I'm going to answer questions here in live in just a second. So one of the things that, well, the first thing that should be popping in your mind when you see that in a home inspection is, wait a minute, is this detached unit legal or not? Because if the detached unit is legal, what does the city require a detached living space have? Heating and air, or at least, at the very least, heating. If it doesn't have heating, it's a problem. So there's a sign that this property may have an illegal addition or a guest unit that's not legal. So what happens now? Well, now you're paying for something that is a liability when you thought it was an asset. So the very first thing I would do on this property is I would make sure to properly inspect the permits on this property. I want to make sure that the apartment is properly permitted. I wouldn't spend any money on the foundation, inspecting the electrical system. I wouldn't even bother getting this. I would not do anything until I got permits on this particular property. This lack of heating is a problem in my opinion. So then we've got some plumbing, supply, exterior. Let's see, is the supply, usually we like to see that the supply is copper, but it's hard to see what they are recommending here. No significant issues. All right, well, it'd be nice if they upgraded to copper. It's hard to tell from this home inspection though. Let's just do a quick find. Copper wiring, that's good. No mention of copper and no mention of galvanized. So they didn't actually make any kind of conclusion on that, which is a little bit of a bummer, but oh well. So, all right, continuing on. This particular property, those are some of the very first things that I would analyze. Now, Brooke, you said there's an appraisal. Here's my home inspection with the comps for the property. What did you pay for the property again? I see you're here in the live chat. Just give me a little bit of a refresher because there's so many deals we're looking at. It's hard for me to remember. Let me know what you're in contract for, and then let's see what we got in questions here. So, Kevin, I posted a question. I had, from the other one. Okay, in the reinspection, would you mind checking? Wait, where did you post this question? Seems to me the flooring used in the Matterport tours, our favorite designs, is different from the floor link posted. Oh, and okay. So I can't go fishing through the questions right now, but you're asking in renovations, the link I posted is different. So let's see, Kevin's favorite designs. So let's go there, Kevin's favorite designs. And then let's go to flooring and let's pull it up. Actual paint, flooring, before, oil-based primer. We want to make sure we have that same flooring. Floor. Okay, here's the floor product. Let's go ahead and share this image. No, this is the floor. This is the right link. So this is the floor product that we're using. It might look a little bit different in the pictures, but honestly, like everything looks different in the pictures from what I found. Let's see. I don't think we went with Auburn. No, I'm pretty sure we have Fawn. Now I'd have to almost check. No, I don't think we would. Did we go with Auburn? I don't. It's definitely this link. Now I'm like 98% sure we're with Fawn, but now you're making me second guess. So, but yeah, these are definitely some of my favorites right now. All right, what other questions do we have here in the live? Hey, Kevin, home equity line of credit. Can I do the same with an investment property? If so, how? Bank says I can. 99% of banks will tell you no, you cannot get a home equity line of credit on a rental property. There is something called a RELOC, which is a rental property line of credit. And usually you can only take out up to 65%. So usually what people will do is they'll live in a property, then they'll get a home equity line of credit after they've built some equity. Then they move, turn that property into an investment property, and now you keep a home equity line of credit on what is an investment property. So you kind of reverse engineer it. So, okay, thanks. All right, let's see here. Last live chat, I got the comps per property. So I actually got the appraisal today, which includes the comps. Okay, good. Okay, so that's what you meant with getting the appraisal. And let's see what else we have here. Also, how do I use equity to get an FHA loan? With FHA, I have to live in the home for at least a year, but with a HELOC loan, well, look, any of these homeowner occupied loans, you're intending to occupy the property for a year. Same with FHA, same with 5% down, 15%, 19% down, 20% down. If you're living there, homeowner occupied is you intend to live there for a year. Obviously, read the terms of your contract, but if your intention changes, then you move. So another deal comes up after 8 months, you move. But, don't go into it lying about it. So your perspective on using an idea example to grow a YouTube channel. Your perspective on using an idea example. What do you mean? Perspective or thoughts? Idea channel. Tell me a little bit more about that question. Are there loan options for people who are self-employed? I wrote up a lot of my taxes. Yeah, so you have a double-edged sword. The bank statement loans are always going to be more expensive. The 1099 is a double-edged sword because you want to write off because you want to pay less in taxes, but then you can't qualify for as much. So there's actually a lecture that we have in the course on the depreciation trick for self-employed people. Watch that. I think that can help you out a lot. What's your opinion on renting out your primary house versus selling it? 100% rent it out. I should say 99% of the time. You'd really have to have a convincing reason not to rent it out. If you sell, you lose out on not having to pay taxes on any profit, right? If you sell, you lose out on not having to pay any taxes on the profit you made. I paid $200K and could sell it for $375. Yeah, I don't know why you would do that. I mean, you could pull out debt against the property. Like, why would you want to pay the taxes on it? Why would you want to pay the selling fees, the 6 or 7% of realtor fees? You know how much property management you could pay for? With it's worth $375. It's going to cost you around 7% to sell it. The realtors will tell you, well, it's 5%, but then you have escrow, then you have title, and you have repairs, then you have the fumigation, then you have termite, then you have negotiations, then you have this, that, and the other. It's going to cost you $27,000 to sell this thing. What's so bad about aluminum wire? It's wiring. It's more likely to corrode and more likely to cause fires because of that. Posting renovations. Okay, let me see if I can find it really quick. You said you just posted it today. That looks like it. What is your thought on that color instead? The other color you posted, it's it all depends on kind of the style you're looking for. I mean, I'm fine with you making kind of your own color decisions. I don't see a problem with this. This is a lot. You'll actually see this kind of color used down at the beach. It's brighter, it's more airy. I don't see anything wrong with this color. I would just make sure you're properly designing that in with the colors you're using on the walls. You probably get away with the edgecomb gray on this as well, and a nice white baseboard. So, I don't mind that one. All right, so let's see here. What's so bad about aluminum wire? Okay, we answered that. Kevin, can't I just have central air and heat installed in the back? Sure, you can, but if you're buying an illegal unit, realize that it doesn't become legal just because you put AC and heat in. If you're buying an illegal unit, you are taking over the liability for this property. And guess what happens if the tenant decides not to pay rent, and then you have to evict the tenant? And the first thing the attorney does is find out that this is actually an illegal unit. The tenant could literally sue you for all of the rent they paid back just because it's a bootleg unit. It's a bad idea. And I certainly, I mean, to me, I would want a discount for an illegal unit. I would not pay for an illegal unit. All right, what else we got here? If you put money into a stock account or let's say Wealthfront index account, Can you then transfer funds out of the account to put as a down payment without being taxed or penalized in any way? Well, I mean, it depends, what kind of account you're putting it in. If you're putting it into a retirement account, no, you can't take it out tax free. As soon as you take it out, it's a taxable event. But something that I actually just did is I have, I put 100K into Wealthfront's investing account. And let me see if I can actually screenshot I was thinking about maybe making a YouTube video about this. I actually pulled 27K because we're about to close on a deal. I pulled 27K out of this thing as a credit line, which was really cool. Yeah, I'll show you here in just one sec. And, that way I didn't have to actually sell. I didn't have to there was no taxable event because I basically just took out debt against the index fund. It's a margin loan basically, but I was like, I needed another 20 grand or whatever, and I'm like, oh, this is perfect. I'll just use Wealthfront. It was like literally perfect. So just here are the pictures. Let's go ahead. I just airdropped these, so let's see where they are. Okay, let's blow these up. Okay, so let's just make sure there's nothing weird here. No. Okay, so does that show it? Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, here. Watch this. So this is pretty cool. This was, I took the screenshot, I think, yesterday. And so this just shows money in their index fund. And then you can see I do like recurring transactions. I think it's like every week or whatever, $250. But anyway, down here, you'll see this portfolio line of credit. And I advanced the entire thing, but it said available to borrow $27,000 at 5.4%. And I'm like, well, that's not bad. If I had to borrow that from Bob, it'd be like 7% or 8%, and I have to pay some money or whatever. So I borrowed the 27K from that, transferred it over to my Chase account, and there it is, ready to wire over for a down payment on a house. So kind of funny how some your options sort of evolve, especially the more you own. Pentagon, okay, will allow home. Okay, well, there you go. Pentagon Federal Credit Union will allow a HELOC on a non-owner occupied. Really? HELOC? I'm going to look that up right now. PenFed, home equity line of credit, investment. Let's see here. Investment, rental, invest. Because I'm looking at their website right now. But here, no non-occupant. Oh, look at this. So I wonder if you have to be like in the military or something like a PenFed credit union. Look at this, home equity line of credit, non-owner occupied homes, 10 to 400K, loan 80% or less LTV, which is fine. This is really good. This is a great find. Holy smokes. This is amazing. Wow. Hold on. What's the fine print? Because this is really good. Penn mortgage aggregate. Penn does not lend on mobile homes, co-ops, commercial, undeveloped properties with more than 4 units. I mean, this is perfect because this is literally what I tell you not to invest in anyway, is all the stuff that they don't lend on. 400K for all equity. Okay, indebtedness cannot exceed 400K for all equity and ELOCs combined. Multiple loans, multiple equity loans and ELOCs, equity lines of credit are available as long as member and collateral qualify. Total indebtedness cannot exceed. Okay, so you can take that up to 400K with them. Property insurance is required, but does this have to be, but the problem is, does this have to be a first? Combined loan to value. Okay, good. When they say CLTV, that means there might not have to be a first. So I just need to know if they're wanting to take a second position or willing to take a second. Second, first, deed. Looks like I'm going to have to call them. That's the question. That's the only caveat is, do they want a first or would they be willing to do it on a second? But otherwise, where are they? Pentagon? So are they East Coast? I imagine. I wonder if they're even licensed to lend out here, honestly, out in California. But either way, hey, this is great for all you East Coast folks. I would call them ASAP and find out. I like this. Cool. Great find. All right, so what else do we have? All right, if you're living in a rental, bought and rented out. Okay, hold on. If you're living in a rental, you bought and rented out the other rooms to tenants, would you hire a local property management company to manage the property while you're in it? That's tough. I mean, while I was living there, honestly, probably not. I'd probably just say it was like, like either a partnership or my family owned it, or like I would want to distance myself, and I would just say like, yeah, hey, they put me in charge as the manager, but ideally I wouldn't want anybody knowing that I was an owner at all. What else we have? Can we go into more detail on the risk of submitting an offer with non-refundable deposits? What if the property ends up not being financeable after the appraisal? Well, I mean, you could have a non-refundable deposit for the inspection, but still have an appraisal contingency, right? So you don't have to like go all in unless you're 100% confident. I only remove my appraisal contingency when I know I'm getting a smoking hot deal. What makes it illegal and how can I make it legal? I don't know that your unit is illegal, Brooke. I think the concern is your appraiser didn't use, you said in the comment, your appraiser did not use the square footage of the second unit and didn't use other comps with second units. They would have if there were permits. I would find and look up to see if there are permits on this deal ASAP. Let's look at your appraisal really quick, okay? And we got to get onto some other deals. Let's see here. Oh, no, don't tell me they're going to mow right now. This is really annoying. Sorry, hold on one sec. I gotta pop up and just close this window because this is ridiculous. One sec. And that's really annoying. It's like worst timing ever. Okay, so let's get into this appraisal. So I don't know. I would like let's see if I can ask your agent to show you the permits because the appraisal is going to take a little bit. I'm going to see if I could just see their attached addenda really quick. Let's pull it up. So arm's length sale. Okay, let's see. So what do we got here? We have arm's length sale, no personal property. The subject list price is $219. It's pending for $199. So you got it pending for $199, and we are looking for. Let's see. Assumed to be in working order. Physical. Okay, C3. This is fine. These are the comps they used. See attached addendum. Well, it came in at 200K, so I don't see what the problem is. It came in at value, so I don't think it matters what comps they used. I have a lecture on it. Doesn't matter what the appraisal says unless there's a problem. So it doesn't seem like there's an issue that I would worry about at all here. And it's a little hard to see where they're here. Market analysis, comments, that doesn't matter. Addendum, exposure time. Yeah. Go to your city or ask your agent to go to the city for you. That's their job. So, uh, yeah, don't worry about this appraisal. Your appraisal's fine. Last stream you mentioned it was likely to get your deposit back anyway. Yeah, well, look, I never want to say it's likely to get your deposit back. So you should not remove your contingency and then expect to get your deposit back if you cancel the deal. What I said was they usually, like, if you put up a fight and you got an attorney and you're like, well, I deserve to cancel anyway, they would have to fight you to get the deposit generally. So read your contracts and talk to attorneys about that, because not legal advice. Don't sue me, bro. Also planning on living in the back while I do some renovations and rent out the front house, which is move-in ready. Yeah, again, just always goes back to make sure it's permitted. If it's not permitted, it needs to be reflected in the price. Kevin, I bought a house in Miami a few days ago and prices are slightly falling. It scares me. Don't worry about it. You know what? You're in. Ride the wave. It does not matter what happens. The problem with, honestly, hold on. The problem with most of us when we buy something, and this is actually one of the reasons I hate this index fund, which is Wealthfront. But the problem is it's on my app, and it's so easy for me to see this happening. It just drives me nuts. But you have to know when real estate is slow moving, that in the long run, you usually see this. So try to ignore all this other stuff. Like, so don't look at the Zillow value and all this other stuff. So what else do we have here? There's a program my brokerage is having me go through where I put 20 contacts in my database for 6 weeks. Any advice on how to do that? What do you mean? My brokerage is having me go... Yeah, I mean, I would do open houses like crazy. You should be in the agent course, honestly, because I teach you exactly how to do that. Can I borrow money from my annuity at a great interest rate and the interest goes back into the account? Would this be a good option to get another wedge property? Yes, it could be. Just check the tax implications, but it absolutely could be. Is it a good idea to cash out a HELOC and put money into my wealth fund account so it's not more easily accessible, assuming the current house? No. Why would you take money out of a home equity line of credit at 5 to 7% just to put it into wealth fund? I wouldn't do that. Like, the HELOC is already super accessible. So I wouldn't put it out until I needed it. So what else? Oh, you were able to donate to a veteran charity member to become a member. Okay, or a veteran charity. Okay, cool. I know a friend and his dad often used a HELOC on a commercial warehouse. Granted, usually. Okay, cool. Awesome, awesome. Wow, with a first. Okay. Yeah, I want to see if we can do seconds, Walker, but that's cool. Found a wedge deal. Would you do a VA loan and pay the funding fee, or conventional and PMI and then refinance? I honestly would probably do the VA because you're financing the funding fee anyway, right? So it's really going to amortize to like nothing over time. And I think you're better off having more cash available to do repairs. So let's see. My exact situation, I'm manager of nothing I can do. Sorry, boss. My exact situation, I'm the manager, but my family is the boss. Nothing I can do. Sorry. Tyler, what did I miss? I feel like I missed something for yours. Okay. I know they do fixed rate interest HELOCs, 70% combined loan to value, 4.99%. That is awesome, Josh. That is awesome. Which company was that? Josh, which company was that? I feel like I missed a couple questions or something like that. So, all right, going down, and then we're going to do a couple more deals here. So I just noticed the townhouse in my hometown are starting to go down because of new construction that started about 2 years ago. Yeah, track the medians. Be careful. We're seeing a lot of this right now in different areas of the country. Some months things are up, some months things are down. I have not seen Navy Federal do rental property home equity lines of credit. Is you saw that, Josh? Because they're local. They're all over the place here. I'd have to hit them up. How do you use the equity from all of your properties for more property without selling? Well, we talk about that in the course a lot because you've got, you could either do hard money loans, you could do equity loans, you could do cash out refinances. You've got lots of opportunities, and then they're not taxable events either. Obviously, talk to your CPA. Should I keep the money in a HELOC and then pay fees and down payment directly from the HELOC bank account? I ask because it seems like it takes a, yeah. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Just in that transition. Oh, okay. If you're about to close on a place, yeah, that's fine. Pull the money out of the HELOC. Like ordinarily, I pull the money out of my HELOC, transfer it to my checking account, and then I take one lump sum that I wire to the escrow company from my checking account. So digging deeper, awesome. Thanks, man. Okay, buying hinges for cabinets. I just painted white. Should I buy new white ones or paint the old ones? Also, it depends. Did you take everything off? Oftentimes if you spray the cabinets with the hinges in place, like there you go, they're painted and you're done. It doesn't give you that like super perfect finished look. Most people don't notice, especially in a rental property, but that'll save you a lot of time. You go to replace the hinges, it's a pain in the butt because you're going to have screws that don't fit anymore. You're going to have to do some adjusting. It gets frustrating. So I was approved for a HELOC as a second on my rental that has a first. Walker, that's awesome. That is awesome. You can take out equity without it being a HELOC loan. Yeah, sure. You just, that's private money, but you're usually securing against the property. Think you missed my question. Is a recast bad for getting a home to cash flow? No, I'm okay with a recast. I think recasts are fine, but recast, yeah, because a recast will lower your payments after you made a big principal pay down or over time. I think that's fine. I'm totally fine with doing a recast. So, all right, let's do another deal here. So the next one we have is, we talked about Brooks. The next one here is Malbert. So Malbert, let's go. What are we in? How many minutes are we in right now? We are 24 min into part 2. So this deal that we're looking at is, let's share it. Here we go. 69 single family, 3-bed, 1.5 bath. The deal has been on and off the market since 17. It's currently being rented out. Pictures show recent upgrades, but it does not show older rug and partially finished basement, needs TLC. Trim could possibly be painted white to update. Tenants smoke and have pets. Be careful with that cigarette stuff. That is sometimes really hard to get out. I would definitely make sure you're getting a fat discount on that. Let's see, Meet Kevin analysis, one PDF. Let's just make sure what we got here. Here's your contract. So, okay, 410, September 23. Okay, so you're in this deal about a week. I am worried about that cigarette smoke. It's something that can be very difficult to get out. Definitely talk to some painting contractors, and I would get written estimates where they guarantee that cigarette smoke is getting out. I want to know how much it's going to cost to have a guarantee that that cigarette smoke is gone. Yeah, but it's on a main road, but we don't get very much traffic. Okay. I mean, it's kind of like a built-in, yeah, but like it's on a main road, but there's not much traffic. I know you know that. All right, let's see. I believe it's a good deal since there's still room for improvement, forced depreciation. House will close. This project roof done in 07. That's good. Oil furnace 2000. That's good. AC 04. Yep. Asking 139, accepted 125. Home inspection is Monday. Awesome, awesome. So I would just have them sign. Thank you for the Jordan Belfort interview, shout out. I would have them sign something saying, hey, these are just the extra things that have happened since that date. I don't know they necessarily have to do all new, but it's something you could do if you wanted to ask for that. So let's pull up your actual property. Yours is 335 Frenchville. Let me open up chat. One sec. So make sure we got our chat going here. So that way we always know if there are any shenanigans going on with the stream. There we go. Here's your deal. Cool. It's a nice looking house. Yeah, I like the look of this. Absolutely. Look at this. Newly remodeled. Wait, really? Newly remodeled and kitchen and bathroom in 19. Okay, good. So let's see here. I mean, this is cute. Cute place. Okay. Get rid of that dark wall, some of the darker molding, like you said, trim paint it white, couldn't agree more. Vanity, some of these older doors you can prime and paint, get rid of that gold hardware. And this is a nice property, honestly. I mean, like, I like the look of this. Built in 69, half acre. That's nice. I like it. All right, let's see. Now, I know you said it's on this busier road, but it's also on a larger lot, which oftentimes these properties on these larger lots, they have larger setbacks. So it can offset some of those issues. So where are you? You're that part of the world. Okay. Wow, you are literally at the tip. You're at the corner over here. That's cool. Wow, you're right on the border. That's awesome. Okay, interesting. So quiet area up here. Let's see what we've got. I mean, you're going to be the expert of this area, but yeah, no kidding. I can tell. This is a pretty good setback. I think I'm okay with, like, I get this. But yeah, it is a main road, but hey, you know what? I get it. So, okay, seems like a cool property. Let's see what comps you have. So comps are always the funny thing. It's a 3 and 2, 2,000 square feet. So the last one you had was a 2 and 1, also on a busier road. And this was like 400 square feet smaller, sold for 160. And you're getting this thing for 135. Wow. Okay. So that's a good comp, but let's see the difference of area. So 6 minutes away. Have your agent obviously describe any particular differences here, because this is going to be a difference. This is going to be hard for me to value, but it's right there by the university, which could be good for like room rentals. It's also much closer to downtown. I mean, not really far, but that's going to make a difference. I mean, you're out here, it's down here. So that could be a difference, something to keep in mind. So that's 8 School Street, 5 Blockhouse Road. I like these simple street names. So this one's not on a busy street, and it's significantly larger. They have a second-story addition. It's off a main drag, and that one went for about $200K. Also a little hard to compare to that one because it's an older sale, but it's also so large. Here's one. What is this? Okay, off the main road, sold in January, 140, way smaller. I mean, I think that's pretty balanced because yours is a 3-bed, 2-bath, and it's 700 square feet larger. It's on the main road. This one's not on the main road, but it's tiny, and they're selling for a similar price. I think you're doing fine. I don't see anything wrong with this one in particular. So, all right, let's see what else we got here. Let's see. So I like your deal. All right, Brandon, and then we're going to do some more live chats here. So Brandon says, offer in at 567.5. Okay. Offer in at 567.5. There we go. Let's just put that right there. Offer in at 567.5. I'm in escrow, but we had the inspection yesterday and revealed a lot of things that none of us expected, including the seller. That's good. If the seller is surprised, that's good because that means you can negotiate some money. The context, the house was the seller, his mother's father's added a ton of stuff himself. Mother passed away. We know about the add-on shower. Oh, that's right. Something that we planned and put a demo. Okay, because you were going to demo that bathroom. The sewage line that was under the kitchen was modified to accommodate that bathroom, which made it more level than the decline should be. That caused water to sit in a sag and is now leaking under the dirt of the house. It won't evaporate. Needs to be fixed. Yeah, that's bad. I am shocked you guys found that, honestly. Other two bathrooms were not installed properly, and there's water damage and shower pan issues. Essentially, the two other, yeah, basically you need to redo the plumbing here, which means like jackhammering up the concrete unless it's on like a what's it called, a raised foundation. You've got some work to do. Agents are trying to discuss the next step. Termite inspector found most of these things. Okay, so this means it's a raised foundation then. He did find termites, which is better, so you could solve it, but I would definitely be grinding some money off. He did find termites that will require tenting. Termite, that's okay. I'm not so worried about that. My agent had mentioned maybe removing the termite contingency if there's significant credit to be addressed for all of the issues. It sounds like I have to pay for a tent and wood around the house, and my agent would fight for the sewer line and bathrooms. The question is, what would a credit look like to make it worth it? Yeah. You planned for 15K in renovations. Now it looks like you've got 30K of additional issues. I think you're spot on. That is discouraging. I think you've got, and the problem is you can't take that much of a credit. Honestly, I would be tempted to say, hey, you know what? Look, I'll just take a credit for the termite and the wood repairs. But part of me might want to push for, I'll buy the place, but I want you to have a plumber come in, fix the drains, and then let's get the bathrooms put back together. Like fix all that crap. And I'll take all the things I was expecting, give me a little bit of money for the termite. I'll go away on that. But this plumbing thing, nobody's going to buy it like that. I would just try to go hardcore and have them do some work, get a plumber and a contractor out there and start getting to work. Something that I would probably do. So that is Brandon. We responded to yours. When did we respond to yours? Probably 4 minutes or so ago. 28 minutes. Okay, 28 minutes in. So, but yeah, definitely, as JD says, that's going to hurt the wedge a bit. All right. So next we're going to do Cody, but let's answer some live questions here. So Navy Fed, digging deeper on Navy Fed. Okay, here, big banks, recast. We talked about that. Ozone generator rental will get rid of the smell sometimes. So you just be careful because sometimes it's so latent in the actual walls. It gets a little tough. Yeah, Kevin, in your video, why cash flow keeps you poor? What would you recommend to somebody who is getting cash flow to save on taxes? How could you restructure it? Yeah, I mean, to save on taxes, you basically just need more debt and then you start expanding. But if you don't want more debt and you don't want to expand your base, then you just keep your cash flow and pay your taxes, right? So I posted a property inspection of a duplex in deal analysis. Curious what you think of it. I will, I'm doing is I'm going through deal analysis escrows and then we'll do the regular deals. So, if you write an offer on it, then post in escrows and you get top priority. So, did rates go down again? I actually haven't checked rates in a couple days, actually, since I switched phones. Oh, I totally forgot to download the Zillow Mortgage Calculator app. This is my old one, the old phone, so I have it right here. Oh, wow, you're right. They're trending downwards again. That's crazy. Just since September, they're going kind of back towards I don't think that'll ever focus. Nah, it doesn't matter. Anyway, they're going down. Okay, cool. For hinges, would you? Okay, so would you recommend the same colors of fixtures? Yeah, usually. Do you have a rental agreement in California that I can borrow? We have a rental agreement. I'm pretty sure we posted under tenants somewhere. I wonder if you could use the find feature to find it, but there's one in there. Otherwise, post under tenants, and then that way, when I'm up at the forums again, we could probably just repost it there. So you use private money for the equity in your rentals. Not always, but sometimes, yeah, sometimes it's a mixture. But yeah, what's your opinion to rent properties to Section 8 or low income housing? It's okay. Section 8 can sometimes lag on what the rents are. So oftentimes I prefer market rents unless Section 8 is higher, which they were during the recession. So, all right, let's do another deal here because we've got to get through some deal analyses. Cody, very similar situation. Want to get some quotes on these. By the way, I spoke to my realtor about a credit, and you can only get 3% back. Right, unless you're doing FHA, then you could get 6% back as a credit. So that's how much you could get back as closing costs. So let's see. I would not necessarily do writing a check outside the deal. I'd almost rather want work done. Wanted to give you an update on the inspection, which is a 3-family property, which is an escrow at 297. Class B neighborhood. Kevin mentioned it looked like a good deal, but relied heavily on how the inspection went. Here are the results. Oil heat on 2 floors with 25-year-old Ernest oil furnaces that should be replaced. 1 gas furnace that's newer. 2 water heaters are newer. Good, good, good. Roof is newer. The shingles were nailed directly onto the wood, no lining underlayment? What? I mean, I wanna know I would find out who did that. Like, who installed the roof? Because if the homeowner installed the roof without a felt underlayment, then they probably did a lot of other funky things. I don't like that at all. I would find out who did that work because that's crazy. Asbestos pipes, I'm not so worried about those. That's pretty common in this age of property. There are 3 leaky sinks. Not so worried about that. Garage roof needs repair. Many 2-prong outlets. Yep, 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 yep. Okay, traces of mold, broken vinyl window. So it sounds like everything down below there is like under 5 grand. But to me, the problem, like I would get a bid on this oil heat and the roof and then try to get as much of a credit as possible. Like if that roof is funky and all the other things are 5 grand, all my costs are going to be say 15K on this deal. If I could get somewhere around 9K, I'd probably be really happy on a deal like this. So that's probably something like what I would do. So what else? Let's see. Separate check. Yeah, but just be very, very careful with the separate check thing because it's also defrauding the lender to take money outside of the deal. You actually sign saying that you're not. So reading the inspection, the asphalt shingles are stable to all the old wood shingles. Oh, that's weird though. Have you seen that before, JD? I've never seen somebody just take asphalt and put it over the actual old wood shake. You know, usually you like that sounds like honestly that sounds terrible. Because ordinarily what you do is you take out the there's no way to turn that off. Usually what you do is you rip out the wood shake, then you plywood, and then after you plywood, then you put your shingles down. So I don't know. It sounds a little like bandagey to me. Let me turn off this stupid Apple Watch. Hold on one second. It's probably like Lauren or something like that. 1 second here. All right, we are back. Okay, cool. So let's see. Okay, so we've gone through deal analysis escrows. Now we finished off on Chris Mesa's deal, which means now we are over on to Dan Mack deal. Yeah, that doesn't sound good exactly. So are you in the camp of trying to pay off your rental properties, or is that a prolonged debt? Yeah, I mean, to me, right now, I'm there are 2 places you could be in life. You can't be in both. You have to pick one. You're either in the camp of paying off your rentals and getting as much cash flow as you can, in which case go to 15-year mortgages, get whatever you can to pay these suckers off as soon as possible. Or you're in the camp of you want to control as much real estate as possible, so you're not paying off your deals. Instead, you're trying to grow more, and you're trying to control more and more real estate, in which case it doesn't make sense to pay down anything. All right. Dan's deal. Dan has an apartment. Let's see what it is. There it is. All right. Somewhat of a strange situation. Father-in-law put in 30K to buy with his friend, who is also the listing agent, with promise of getting a 10% back and 30K. Did nothing to the unit, relisted it for sale. It's been over 300 days on the market. The listing is horrible. The unit looks like crap. It sounds like they tried flipping it and they're failing. What do you think? Okay, let's see. Great area, increasing rents, popularity among young and affluent people. Huh. So you think they marketed it poorly? HOAs to 230 a month, gross rent. Okay, awesome. All right. Let's look at this. I like this. I like the sound of this. All right. So let's see what we got. This is a Scottsdale Is this a townhouse? Because if it's a townhouse, I think you said it's an apartment. Yeah, okay. If it's an apartment, we don't need the gross rents, even though that can be useful, just as sort of another thing. The nice thing is when you have apartment units, one bedroom, one bath, I should be able to find a bunch of other 702 square foot apartments in the same neighborhood. So that's the goal. What street are we on here? What is this? 68th Street. Oh, that's right here. Okay, good. So we're right here. Look at this massive development here. Jeez. I'm not sure if these are two different HOAs or if these are the same. Oh, yeah, they're definitely two different HOAs. Okay. So there we go. We're literally just going to pick that neighborhood, and we're only going to take anything under 1,000 square feet. And okay. Well, it's not. Oh, did it load? It looks like it loaded. Okay, good. So that's listed for 144. Best case scenario, I want to look at what model matches are selling for. Here you go. Model match literally just sold in July for 140. So what does it tell you? It tells you they're overpriced, right? Let me see what you gave me a couple comps too. Let me see which comps you pulled. Yeah, let's compare to your comps. So look at that. Good, man. Awesome. Awesome. You pulled the same freaking model. Beautiful. Beautiful. The only problem is, I got this one here that sold for 140 in July. This seems to be a little bit, I mean, it's okay. This is clean. The bathroom's a little dated. You're going to have some variances depending on where they are within the neighborhood. This is good. These are good comps, though. This is very similar. I hate when they do this on the pictures. 148. So it's kind of showing you your kind of normal average deals valued somewhere around 140. And then this one looked highly remodeled. So no surprise, they got 165. Highly remodeled stage. Hey, look at that. This is like the flooring we were talking about earlier. Although is that laminate? No, that looks like tile. This is a nice one. That's a good one. Okay, so I mean, you got the comps telling you straight up, this thing's only a deal. And look, here's the one that sold for 135. So this is only a deal. This is only something that's worth bailing out, basically. If you could get this thing for like, 130, and then you're getting one of the cheapest deals. But it's not like it's spectacular relative to everything else. I might throw in an offer and go, here, 128 offer and see what happens, and then negotiate into the 130s. But I might jump on that. It seems like you got plenty of comps to protect yourself, which is kind of cool. So, is it normal for an extra utility meter to cost $6,000 to $10K, or is this overboard? It's a good question, because a panel box is going to cost you about $2,000 installed, but then you have to route the cabling there. I don't know. That honestly, it initially the location for the Miami crash course was posted in the Miami Discord, by the way. I'm going to be sending an email out. But there are a few tickets left for the Miami one. That one's actually going to sell out way before any of the other ones. It's crazy how many people are trying to come to this thing for Miami. But it's good because we're going to, limited number, and everybody's going to get their questions answered. But anyway, that seems high, honestly. 6K to 10K, it seems high. I would ask, why? Why does it cost that much? Does the Edison, the electrical company, do they charge a few $1,000s? We're really only talking about $3,000 worth of work here in material. Why is it 6 to 10? And that's $3,000 worth of work with profit. Okay, so okay, cool. So we analyzed Dan Mac analyzed your deal at, how many minutes are we in? I don't know how many minutes we're in. We analyzed his deal about 40 minutes in. Okay, cool. So at about 40 min in. Okay, so cool. Let's see if we can do a few more. So let's see what you have here. Remember, if you're in escrow, you get an inspection or anything, post under deal analysis escrows. Finance Freedom says we've got a single family with no abnormalities, although there's no vent above the oven. That's not uncommon. I think it's turnkey ready in an appreciating area. There's room to negotiate considering it's late in September, been on the market for 24 days. I want to offer 147. Goal is to rent it out. Okay, I like this. And you sent me a bunch of comps. Thank you very much. Let's see if you're on the right track. So your deal is, it's in Sugarland. Cool. All right. Let's see here. Let's screen share this and let's talk about it. Okay, I put the chat right there. All right, here we go. So here's the deal. It is a 3 and 2, 165, 1171 square feet. Take a look at this. We have, I mean, this is pretty move-in ready. Was this done by a turnkey company or was this done by a homeowner? It doesn't look like it was done by a turnkey company, which is good. I'd rather see a homeowner do it than a flipping company. Square footage is a little on the smaller side. Let's look at the comps. It doesn't look like you got any yeah buts, which is good. I like this. Let's look at the comps you got. This is the actual house. The first comp, the problem is the comps in Texas. So one big heads up. Your square footage is going to be big here. You want to offer 147. Find out what this one sold for on Templar. Because this one on Templar, it's not on a busy road. It seems to be in a similar area. It was listed for 165. If it's 300 square feet more and it's listed for 165, this was the better deal than the one you're looking at because it's got a more normal square footage. 1100 on the small side. Another 1400 square footer. Let's be careful. If this property sold for close to 160, be careful. It's a problem. Texas and them freaking hiding the data, I'll tell you. 175 sale, 13. Still, you're taking about 20 grand off for square footage here alone. It's going to put you about at 155, which means so far it looks like you're paying roughly market at about 147 solely because of that square footage. Here we go. 1039. What did this one go for? Okay, if this one went again, yeah, I mean that aligns. It doesn't look like you're overpaying at 147. It's just not going to be a massive wedge, but it's mostly move-in ready, so it does make sense. I might be a little bit more aggressive on the price, though, honestly. I might be tempted to go a little bit like 138 and then end up at like 142 or something like that. But, okay, cool. My 2 cents on that one. So let's see here. What else do we have? Let's do another deal. Okay, let's pull it up here. We have Woody at Woody. Analyzing at about, what are we in, 45 minutes in, something like that? Let's see. Okay, 1 second. We are at, we're about 47 minutes in. Okay, perfect. So 47 minutes into part 2, 47 min into part 2. Okay, let's do Woody's deal and see what Woody brought us. So this deal, it's a single family. It's an 80s layout, low ceiling in the kitchen. That's not uncommon. Small baths, bedrooms. That's okay. Price is a bit high. It's a break even at 20 to 25% down. That's common. App, okay. Ooh, interesting. Desirable location, top-rated schools, and close to high-tech employers, including up-and-coming new Apple campus in Austin. I did not know there was an Apple campus going to Austin. I think that's really cool. The house next door with identical square footage sold for almost $100K more, plus a new roof and dual. Okay. I like this. I really like the sound of this. So you're looking at Blackmore. Okay, let's see. So you're looking at Blackmore. It's a 4-bed, probably 2.5 bath. It's a 2-story home. New roof installed in August. That's awesome. Good. I would make those garage doors match. I don't know why. I just can't stand that contrast. Kitchen looks fine. I mean, this place looks fine. There's like some basic things you could do here. I mean, this is easy. Light fixtures, trim some of these cabinet doors or the closet doors so they don't drag on the carpet. The flooring is a little dated. The paint color is a little dated. Okay. And then this place sold for $477. Wow. Source owner, though. Why does it say that? It's a little more modern, though. But still, I mean, this is great. Yeah, okay, so updated bathrooms. Okay, and the homeowner that overimproved it. I like it. I like your deal a lot. What part of Austin is this? Let's zoom out on this. So I was just in Austin. Okay, I know exactly where this is. Oh, that's cool. All right. So what do we have here? 2019 sale for $460. This is good. Oh, good, because this one's not even that remodeled. This is a good one. Ooh, look at this one. This one almost looks just like the one that you have on Pilgrim, sold for $385. Why does that floor plan sell for less? Gorgeously remodeled. Wait, this is a problem, though. Why does this say gorgeously remodeled and it's the same floor plan? I mean, it's a little customly remodeled. Okay. Sold for $385 with the acoustic ceilings. When did it sell? Ooh, sold in July for $385. Why? What happened? Wait, where where did our deal go? Hold on one sec. Just make sure I'm not getting confused here. Yeah, this is your deal. $385. And this is 11401 Blackmore. And then here's one that's the next door neighbor one. This one on Pilgrims bothers me. Why does this floor plan sell for $385 and $375? It could be a floor plan problem. The other comps make it look good, but for some reason, this floor plan, why did it sell for $385? I would get more details on this deal on Pilgrims. That one concerns me a little bit. And when did that? Oh, it sold recently. Yeah, a few months ago. And then here's a June sale, $377, a little bit smaller. The last two comps bother me. I like the first comps, the ones that are remodeled. It shows you the upside. But 375, your current deal, or 385 is exactly the same as what the last one sold for, Pilgrims. So, I'd almost want to see getting this one for like 360 or something at least, right? To have a little bit of a wedge in there. But that's interesting. I would get some more info on that particular deal. See what else you've got going on there. So what else we got? Oh, thanks for the live stream quality. I don't know if it's all the extra light from the windows coming in reflecting. Who knows? All right, so let's see here. What did I not answer? I'm pretty sure it's very illegal. Yeah, JD, I would love it if you could ask a roofer about that. That'd be amazing. Let us know because it sounds insane. So normal square footage for a 3 and 2, usually like 13 to 1400. What does it mean if a neighborhood has a bunch of listings compared to another area that has very few? It depends, like sometimes you could have desirable areas that just have a higher concentration of homes, and then you have more turnover because it's been a while since they were built or something like that, like newer construction. It's not necessarily a sign, but I would ask a local agent about that. So, what is my go-to? Well, it depends. Usually it's either I don't pull out equity, I cash out refinance, or I call private money people if a good deal comes up and I use that. So, all right, let's do one more here. So we're going to do, let's see, GP here. Responding at end of part 2. Okay, so here we go. This is going to be our last deal that we're analyzing today, and then I'm jumping on over to the agent live stream, which really fascinating topic in the agent live stream today. This one is contingent. Oh, wait, I'm pretty sure we analyzed this one last time. Oh, yeah, we analyzed this one last time anyway. So, and they accepted offer at, Jose, did you get the deal accepted yourself or someone else? If so, post under escrows. If he got this, I remember analyzing this deal in the last live stream with the missing cabinets and all that. So if you're watching this, man, make sure you watch my last live stream where I went through in detail on this property. I remember talking about this power line, the railroad that's back there, the dual pane windows. I remember specifically talking about this deal. So, all right, well, I guess that made that easy. So I am going to get ready for the agent live stream now, folks. Thank you so very much for being here. Make sure to come to the crash courses in person, especially the Vegas one in Feb. Oh, I can't wait for that one. I mean, it's the Charlotte one, San Fran, Miami. Those are going to be great as well. But folks, seriously, thank you so much for being here. Love all y'all. Have a wonderful week, and we will see you Saturday for the next stream. Let me see here if we have any other lingering live questions. Nope. Good. Awesome, folks. Oh, awesome, Tyler. We'll see you in San Francisco. All right, folks. I will see you Saturday.